Okay, so some of you might remember this car from a previous video. Now, last time I was in the basement, it was cold outside and raining, and I wasn't able to give this car a proper showing. So today I get to do that. This is a 2021 Mini Cooper S Paddy Hopkirk Edition. And it is probably one of the coolest Cooper S's that you can buy right now, if you can find one. And there aren't that many out there right now because most of the owners who bought them kept them. This one ended up being traded in recently and is now available on this lot at Baron Mini. So the sales manager here was kind enough to let me actually do a video with this car. Now, of course, we have the signature all over the place, Paddy Hopkirk signature on the stripe. We have the 33 EJB ghosted onto the stripe as well. We have special number 37 side scuttles, special number 37s on the doors, Paddy Hopkirk signature illuminated on the door sill plates. We have Paddy Hopkirk in 1964, number 37 on the C-pillars. And where else do we have it? We have a signature on the back of the car. No Cooper S on the back of the car. That was shaved off. Black emblems. We also have his signature up on the dash as well. Now this one is a 7-speed dual clutch, which is in fact a manual. And actually the transmission is made by Getrag. So yes, they know their transmissions. This one is technically a manual. It is an automated manual, but nonetheless it is a manual Cooper S. And it's nicely equipped as well. It has the 6.5-inch touchscreen, but this one had navigation. Now they're all 8.8-inch touchscreen. Had automatic climate control, heated seats, sport modes, the bells and whistles. This one is even equipped with the Pro exhaust. Now, of course, the other thing that I love about this car is that it's a Cooper S with a JCW appearance package. And not just with a JCW appearance package, but it also has the full JCW interior with these wonderful bucket seats. This is something that you can actually get in the UK. It's called the Sport Trim. And on every model, it comes with the JCW appearance package and the JCW interior, the actual JCW interior. We don't get that in the US. So here we are with a Cooper S with a JCW appearance package and a JCW interior. Now, if my Cooper S had the JCW interior, because it does have the exterior package, I'd probably be wanting to keep my car more likely than trading it in. But that's another story. And of course, under the bonnet is the 189 horsepower 2-liter B46 motor. 189 horsepower, 207 foot-pounds of torque. Peppy little motor, 0 to 60 in about 6.4 seconds, give or take. Black hood scoop, black badging, black trim all the way around, black trim rings around the headlights. Very, very nice. Black mirror caps, white roof, panorama sunroof as well. Great little car. Black gas cap. That's an incredibly difficult accessory for me to find lately. I had to have mine wrapped in vinyl because I couldn't find one. Very, very nice car. So now comes the ridiculously fun part of this, because I didn't get to drive this last time because it was bad weather and the car was a pending sale, so someone was buying it at the time. I get to drive it this time. Okay, so now the fun part. Really fun. And I get to try out the JCW bucket seats before I possibly buy one. Ooh! Just like the 8-speed automatics, when it shifts, it sounds like a firecracker going off out of the tailpipe. I like this. I'm not normally a fan of the DCT, but I kind of like it. And as far as equipment goes, this car is really, really nice. Now, I have a head-up display in my car, and I thought I would miss that because the JCW I'm looking at doesn't have head-up display, but it does have the digital dash. And that was one of the things that was important to me, is I wanted to still be able to glance down and get my miles without taking my eyes completely off the road. The digital dash allows me to do that, which is nice. And the advantage of the automated manual is I don't have to push in a clutch pedal to downshift. Now, if I had it in manual shift mode, I would have to do my own shifting from the paddles. But that would be pretty fun, I would imagine. So we're going through the Miriam loop. Yes, I know I do the Miriam loop all the time, but it's because it allows me to get a real good feel of the vehicle and what it's like and what these seats are like, since I want these seats in my next Mini. And I'm already liking the seats. A lot more supportive, much firmer than the Cooper S seats, but they do hold you in place. And when you're rounding a corner, that's what you want, is to be held in place. Now, Cooper S brakes do stop the car very well. The JCW ones will probably stop you on a dime. In fact, I know they stop you on a dime. I know that from experience. And mine were just JCW Sport brakes. The new ones use Brembos. But all in all, it's a great special edition car. Now, I believe I read somewhere that only 237 of these cars were brought to the United States. 237, 37 being Paddy Hopkirk, of course. But it makes it a very rare car. In fact, one of the rarest on the road. It's more rare than the GP3, which is saying something, because the GP3 is a amazing car. This thing is pretty amazing too. It's a really good car. Cooper S, a lot of fun to drive. When it shifts, it sounds amazing out the tailpipes. I mean, I'm loving it. This is an impressive little car. In fact, if it came with a manual, I probably would have bought this car instead of the one I have. But this is a nice car. I really like this. And I love how comfortable these seats are. I can put my head back and really be comfortable in this car while driving. These are a lot more comfortable, I think, than my own seats, which is saying something, because I always thought the sport buckets were supposed to be plush, or relatively plush, so to speak. But the JCW sport buckets are really nice. Nice side support, very comfortable. Because they are a Alcantara and cloth, they hold you a little bit more firmly in the seat, whereas leather and leatherette tend to make you slide. So this is very, very comfortable. Great, now I gotta buy this one too. Honestly, if I had the money and I had a big garage, I would probably have every special edition Mini that's available. I'd be having like the ultimate garage. I'd be like Tyler Hoover and have the ultimate garage, like the ultimate M-car collection or whatever. I would have the ultimate Mini collection. It'd be all like special edition models from the first gen all the way up to the current generation. There'd be a lot of Mini Coopers in my driveway. Now, you could upgrade it. You could do the JCW Pro steering wheel, which is the Alcantara and leather, and I think it's even flat-bottomed too, which is really cool. So you could have that if you really wanted to. You could do a lot of tricked out things with this carbon fiber, different mirror caps if you wanted. The list goes on and on. You really could do a lot of things with this car to personalize it. I would start by putting the Pro suspension on it, because it does have the ability to do that, because it doesn't have the dynamic damper control. I would do that. Maybe stance out the wheels with a little bit with some spacers, or even go as far as getting some aftermarket wheels, 18-inch wheels, a little bit pretty sharp on this, or anything just appeals to you. I happen to think the 17-inch track spokes look pretty sharp on these cars, if they're done right. Now, I haven't tried shifting it myself, so I'm in manual 4th gear now. So we're going around the corner here, manual 3rd, manual 2nd, ooh. I'm not hearing any popping though out the back. Oh, there it is. Okay, we've confirmed it. They do pop, just not as much. There's popping coming out of the tailpipes. It's popping. There we go. Okay, so they do pop. That's good to know. But you might have to upgrade the exhaust to do it. I don't know why the JCW GP3 doesn't do it. And I don't know why most of the JCW hardtops don't do it. Ooh, it does. Now, it's not quite as loud as my car. Okay, so it crackles or burbles when you shift. And then it crackles when you downshift. Okay. If you want a car that'll make you grin like an idiot, you have to get a Mini. That's the only way to do it. Otherwise, you're just not going to have as much fun driving a car. Okay, so I just figured out that this car pops and crackles. Well, I found out from driving it, but the exhaust sounds incredible. Okay, so we established that this is an amazing car, but you knew that already. So with that being said, life is too short to drive a boring car, so drive a Mini.